Hello friends, welcome back to okayazure. In this video, I will give you just two commands to install IIS on a virtual machine. So basically, you will have IIS installed on your VM in less than 2 minutes. Alright, so that being said, let's begin the video. Let's see what are those two commands. I'm going to log in portal.azure.com. Here we are. So what I will do is, first of all, I'll simply go and create a virtual machine so that I can explain from the very beginning. Let's go ahead and create a Windows VM. I'll make it very quick. I'll keep my subscription as is. Let me just go and select my existing resource group, or basically let me just go and create a new one, testvm. I'll give VM name is testvm, and operating system, let me just go and select Windows. Disk, I'm okay with this. Let me just go and create a user. So I'll call it as test user. Need to put the password here. I'll keep rest of the things as is. I'll simply go ahead and click on next, next, click review and create. Now I'm going to click on create. So it will create a virtual machine for us. Take close to a minute. Deployment is in progress. All right, so deployment is complete. Let's go to the resource. So here is our test VM up and running. All right, now let's go and see what are those two commands. So first of all, we need to have PowerShell to run these two commands. And the very first command is this one here on the screen. It says Enable-AzVM PowerShell PS remoting. So basically, this particular command will allow you to remotely access your virtual machine. The parameters which you are passing here is your VM name, test VM, and the resource group where you have your virtual machine. So basically, this command will let you remotely access your virtual machine. Simple. Now, second command. So here, run this particular command on the VM. It says my VM name is this one, resource group is here, and I want to run this particular script block on this particular VM. It says Install-WindowsFeature, and the name is web server. So this particular block of script will execute IIS on your test VM. And in the credential, you need to pass the login user and password to connect to this particular virtual machine. All right, so I'm just going to run these commands as is on our virtual machine. So I'll go back to the Azure portal and let's see how it works. Let's go and run the very first command, which is Enable-AzVMPSRemoting. I need to pass the virtual machine name, which is testvm. We need to pass the resource group name, which is testrz. Let me hit enter. So the command is very simple. All right, now let's go and run the next command, which is Invoke-AzVM command. We need to pass the virtual machine name, which is testvm. We need to pass the resource group name, which is testrz. Now here we need to pass something called ScriptBlock. So we'll write our script inside this particular block. It says Install-WindowsFeature, and here I'll pass the name web server. Let me close. And we need to pass the credentials to log in the test VM. So the user is test user. To access, I need to supply the password. So if you see here, we are executing this particular block on this particular VM, which is residing in this particular resource group. And this particular command will install web server on this virtual machine. Now here you can see it has started. Start installation. Now you can see here the progress. So now we just need to wait. So if you see here, we just executed only two very simple commands to install IIS on a virtual machine. So we'll go and verify once it is done. All right, so now you can see here it's done. So basically here is our virtual machine public IP address and exit code is success, right? So now let's go and verify. So what I will do is either I can copy the public IP from here or I can copy from here also. I'll copy. I'll simply go and open a new tab and I'll paste the IP address here. I'm trying to access the IIS on this particular VM. So now you can see it says this site cannot be reached. So basically we are not able to access this particular virtual machine or the IIS. Reason being, we need to go and enable the port number. So if I go to networking here, if you see we don't have port number 80 allowed. So what I will do is I'll simply go and create a new inbound rule, and I'll keep everything as is, but I want to give the port number to 80, that I want to allow port number 80 on this particular VM. Priority is fine, rule name is port 80. Let me click on add. Now you can see it's creating a new security rule. Okay, so yeah, I think it's done. I can see the port 80 here. Let's go and refresh the browser tab here. Now you are able to access IIS installed on this particular virtual machine. So the concept is pretty much simple. You just need to run two very simple commands to install IIS on any virtual machine. All right. Thank you for watching, and in case if you have any doubt, just let me know in the comment section. Bye.